Hey, welcome back everyone. You're on another episode of In the Community with Dr. Matt, and I'm actually joined again by my friend Maha Kali. And we're just talking about awareness, some breath work today, and we're going to talk about sound and vibration. Am I right?
Yes.
Yeah. So, as you've seen in the past, like talk to individuals who are out in the community, and I think I always appreciate your passion, which I love. And I think it's vital in terms of sharing it with people, in terms of how they understand raising their own awareness, right? Learning about their breath. And I think today we're going to talk about something interesting as well, just the sound, the vibration, and the Om. Am I saying it right?
Yes.
Okay, all right. So did you want to start? Like, did you want to share with everyone how we would start it? And you wanted to start with the Om, right?
Yeah. Yeah, so I guess we can talk just a recap of what we discussed the last time.
Yes, that'd be good.
And just going over how to breathe, as it's a pretty important practice in itself.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to acknowledge the teachings that I am sharing today that are from my guru, Majaya Sati Bhagavati. So as we begin, bringing it back to what we were first talking about with breathing, there's a lot of awareness, especially with the body and the throat, especially when we're learning how to have a diaphragmic breath and learning from that, or breathing from that space. So a couple of things that you want to be mindful of is making sure that when you're inhaling, you're coming into a space where you need to become more relaxed. So when you are starting your practice, you can't expect yourself to just drop right in and breathe exactly the way that you should be, because you still need to recalibrate.
You're learning.
Yes, and you're learning.
So you're basically sharing with us that we need to change our expectations on, it takes practice.
Yes.
You're not going to be able to tap into that state right away, necessarily.
Yes. And with that, the awareness of how we're breathing, I think a lot of people now are becoming more aware of if they are breathing correctly. So some tips that I wanted to share for breathing correctly in meditation practice is that when you come into your seat and you close your eyes, that you're taking your first inhale through your nose, and you want to drop the back of the throat. Make sure that your jaw isn't tight, that it's relaxed, but you want to keep the lips closed. And you want to lower your tongue, or another yogic practice is to put the tongue behind the front teeth. There's a soft spot in that palate. Okay. So it's like an energy current. So when you are in that space and you feel that your head, your tongue, and your jaw are all relaxed, then you want to be mindful of the throat and making sure that that isn't restricted, that the air flow is really coming in through the back of the nose and into the throat, and that your shoulders become more relaxed.
I like that.
Yeah.
So some good cues, especially in a modern world, right? Where even though we're so connected, I feel like many of us may be disconnected in the sense of that awareness, and you're so many alerts and so many emails. I talk to a lot of people every day where it's just go, 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 right? And if you can do one thing to help change your state, I feel like you'd be better off. Right? And you know, I talk about it a lot in the office, changing your state, managing your state, but many of those things that you can do on your own, learning how to breathe properly, and teaching you to be a better oscillator, right? Knowing when it's time to go, but then also learning how to come down from that and get in touch with just being aware about your body and breathing, so that you're not always so gripped and tense. Right?
Yes.
Because whether you feel it or not, to a degree, we're all in that state at some point. And it's just a matter of tuning in to know when you may be in that state or more of an elevated state, right? So How did you want to, our next step, did you want to talk about the Om?
I wanted to, I wanted to tie in everything. So, firstly, I wanted to discuss why vibration is important, because I feel like, you know, maybe there's a lot of different mindsets or perceptions that people have on what meditation really is.
Yeah.
And a really big component to meditation is actually vibration. So my guru said vibration is everything. And you know, in different teachers discuss energy and vibration being the same. Okay. So with vibration, and why this ties in so nicely with sound, is because we are actually 97% water. Most of our body is made up of 97% water. So with that, there's also a study that has been done in Japan with, I believe his name is Dr. Yamamoto.
Yeah.
And he talks about how water has memory. So when we tap into the vibration of, you know, coming into meditation, and we're incorporating sound as the vibration, it's actually creating like a resonance within our body to that frequency.
Okay.
Yes.
Neat.
So I know a lot of people perceive using Om as like a way to tap in for meditation, and this is true. So the word, or it's actually a Sanskrit word, which is a very ancient word, which was probably, you know, as the ancients say, it was one of the first seed sounds that we were all kind of created from. And when we say Om, it actually brings like a resonance throughout our body to be more peace, to be more within that energy of that vibration that the word Om contains.
All right.
Yeah. So in our demonstration practice that everyone can take home and do this on their own, we're going to incorporate Om into our practice. We're going to do it 5 times, and the tone that we're using is actually more from the heart space. So it helps us tap back into the present moment, helps us bring more awareness into our breathing and into our being, and it helps to connect us and ground us, and creating that vibrational frequency to help us really tap back in.
Neat. I like that you use the word presence, or present moment.
Yes.
Right? I don't know if last time we talked about present time consciousness, is one of my mentors would talk about PTC, present time consciousness, being fully in the moment, right? And not, and you know how you take that home is, you know, you have that anxiety or that worry about behind you and forward, right? Versus if you can learn to be more present, it makes a big difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they say what we've been taught is when you come back to the breath, it actually brings you back into the present moment, because you start to become more aware of how you're breathing, and you can start to recognize the thoughts that actually don't have any energy towards what you're doing in the present moment. So that also correlates to your awareness in the present moment.
I like it.
Thank you.
Yeah. So the Om and the vibration.
Yes.
So is that what you wanted to integrate today with the meditation?
Yes.
Okay.
And I also wanted to teach you the Mudra, which is also an energetic, I guess, physical hand gesture that helps you attain that sound within its hand gesture.
Okay.
So because we are energetic beings, connecting certain fingers or certain points actually help create this energetic resonance to how you're saying it, and it helps create it in the body when you do it even non-verbally.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're going to tie that aspect of the meditation together. And the mudra that I wanted to share is Om Mudra, which is similar to what we'll be chanting.
Okay.
And the way that you do it is your index finger and your thumb, you just touch the tips lightly, and then your 3 fingers can be relaxed. I like to have both hands palms down on my knees.
Right.
So it helps ground that energy, helps us come back into this present moment.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
So we'll begin, and I'll set a timer so that everyone can just relax and really trust in the space and the practice. So first we're gonna say Om 5 times. And for those at home who are maybe watching this on the replay or watching on the live, feel free to chant along. You are in your own space, so nobody can hear you. And Matt is very welcoming to the practice, and we'll do some Oms together. So we'll be saying Om 5 times. And when we are chanting Om, really bring your awareness into the present moment. We're not trying to rush through 5 Oms. We're trying to create that energetic restoration in the body, in the mind, so that we can really tap back into the present moment in our awareness.
Okay.
And then once we're done with the 5 Oms, we will start with our 2-minute meditation of silence. And I will ring these bells to signal to everyone that our time of meditation is closed, and I will instruct what to do then.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds great.
So, if you'd like
The
to
mudra?
just, keeping the mudra on your knees, keeping your eyes closed, and let's just take a few breaths at our own pace to set us into the space. Breathing deeply in the nose, taking the tips to relax the jaw and the shoulders. And on our next inhale, let's just take a full breath in as we begin. To silence, just feeling that vibration throughout your body as we begin our 2-minute meditation. Just always come back to your breath. If you feel called to silently repeat Om internally, Just gently bringing your attention back to your body, coming back to your breath. And when you feel ready, you can slowly begin to open your eyes. And we'll just bring our hands together at the heart center just to acknowledge this time and space that we've created for ourselves to be more present in awareness in the moment.
Beautiful. Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah. I hope I hope you take a moment to enjoy that out there and just actually follow along if you're just watching it, or if you're watching the replay, rewind and take a moment, probably 3 or 4 minutes, just to breathe for yourself. Yeah, and get yourself ready for the day.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Yes.
So the Om, there's a couple of things that you talked about I just want to touch on again. The Mudra, right? Fingers down, right? And just hands on your knees, right? And the significance of the connection points between the index finger and the thumb.
Yes. So there's actually, in many ancient traditions and cultures, they believe that we hold the planets within our body.
Yeah.
So the planets are actually within our fingers. And when we connect these energetics and these planets within the fingers, along with it creating that energy of Om in our body, it's actually just creating like an energy circuit within our body and our hands so that we can be that vibrational resonance and that energetic.
Neat.
Yeah.
Okay. And then the grounding is the 3 fingers to the ground, essentially.
Yeah, so the grounding comes in the palms of our hands on the knees.
Okay.
Because it's the closest thing to the earth from our feet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Neat.
Yeah.
I
So
like
it just
that one.
helps us stay more grounded and connected.
Perfect. So, I mean, that would be a great place to start if someone was at home, right? And bring it all together, and just in terms of being more present, right? And I think we can all do better at being more present, just in the day-to-day lives that we live. So, thank you for doing that with us.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah.
I did have a suggestion. If people didn't want to interrupt their mind with how many ohms that they're doing, another great tool is a mala, which are beads for meditation. And you basically would go through each bead and you would chant Om. And then as you continue, you just keep moving through it until you get to the end, which is the guru bead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Neat. So that may result in more ohms.
It's definitely like about 107 ohms.
And that would be the whole meditation?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Unless you wanted to continue it, it all depends on how much peace you want to find within yourself.
Neat. And is that standard, 107?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I could be wrong. I believe it's 108, but yeah, it's standard. There could be some that are made more in a bracelet form, but I feel like you know, if you're doing a count of 21 on your bracelet, you can do that as well. And it's good because then if you decide after you've infused it with all that vibrational sound energy, you can also wear it and keep that around you at all times.
And close to your heart.
Yes.
Neat. Cool. I like that.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Is there anything else you want to add to people tuning in?
No, take more time to meditate.
Yeah.
I believe that we don't do that enough. If you only have 5 minutes to give yourself, you know, maybe 3 times in a day, I would say start there. If you only have 2 minutes, any place to start that just helps you come back to you and divide yourself from all the things that need your attention for that amount of time is definitely a self-care practice.
And so you can show up stronger and be the best version of yourself.
Yes.
Yeah, I like that. Cool. Well, thanks for having us.
Yes.
Thanks for being here and going through it all. I really appreciate it.
Yes, it's an honor. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, and thanks for tuning in. Yeah, I hope that you gained a lot from it, just in taking some time for yourself and some self-care and raising your level of awareness and working on your vibration and your Om and your meditation and your breathing. Beautiful. Shall we sign off?
Sure.
Yeah. We'll see you guys soon out there. Have yourselves a great day. Maha Kali, thank you so much.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. Bye, guys.